In this video, I'm going to show how to instantly relieve upper trapezius muscle pain. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to focus on a major cause of upper back pain, which is the upper trapezius muscle. If you're unfamiliar with the upper trapezius, it's a muscle that starts at the base of the skull and works downward towards the shoulder and into the upper back. And when this muscle becomes strained and inflamed, it can cause pains across the upper back into the shoulder, and if bad enough, even lead to things such as neck pain and tension headaches. What usually causes this is a buildup of muscle weakness and tightness over time that leads to eventual strain and pain. So to fix this, I want to show easy exercises that are going to help stretch and strengthen the upper trapezius for both quick and long-lasting relief. Just as a quick note, each one of these exercises works differently. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. With this exercise, we're going to focus on releasing muscle knots in the upper trapezius. You can do this when standing or seated. So whatever side that you're having the most muscle tightness or pain, let's say it's our left side, what you want to do is take your other hand, make hooks with your fingers, and go right over the spot of discomfort. So for me, it's a little bit below my left shoulder. Apply enough pressure into that area where it's going to be a comfortable self-massage. And from here, you're going to do a light circular motion over that spot, applying enough pressure where it's going to be comfortable. I like to do this for about 5 to 10 seconds, release it, see how it feels. If it feels pretty good, just switch over any spot that feels tight and achy. And with the upper trapezius, you really want to focus on the area from the bottom of your ear, across the side of the neck, shoulder, and into the upper back. So if you do have one spot that's just really stubborn, doesn't want to release, at that point I would switch up the movements of your fingers. So instead of doing circular motions, go up and down, side to side, diagonally, switch it up, because the odds are you're going to find that one certain movement just offers the most relief. But if you would like to take this one to the next level, what we can do is add in an upper trapezius stretch. So as we do this massage, what I'm going to do is slowly tilt my head towards my other side shoulder. Do this slowly because you're going to feel a deep stretch form from the side of your neck right here into the shoulder across the upper back. But to deepen the stretch even more, hold this position and slowly turn your head to look upward towards the ceiling. So we're tilting away and then looking up like this. You're going to feel that upper trapezius muscle really start to fire, and you can just dig into those tight muscle fibers a little bit more. But go through all of these movements. Focus on any spot that needs a little bit more attention, and I hope this gives really quick upper trapezius muscle relief. Here's a really good exercise that we can do standing or seated. The first thing that we're going to do is put our arms and hands straight off towards our side. Slowly press your shoulders and shoulder blades backward until you feel a light stretch forming in your upper back. You're going to hold this and now shrug your shoulders upward towards your ears. At this point, you should feel a deep activation of those upper trapezius muscles in the upper back. You're going to hold this and now slowly tilt your head towards one side shoulder, kind of like taking your ear towards your shoulder. As you do this, you're going to feel a deep stretch form on the other side, across the side of the neck, into the shoulder, into the upper back. Hold this comfortably for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then you're going to repeat this on the other side. From there, relax, take a breather, and then repeat this 5 to 10 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. And if you do notice one of those movements are offering more relief, like just tilting towards my left, at that point, just keep building into it over and over again until everything is nice and loose. But let's take this one to the next level, target some more muscles, and hopefully get some more relief. So let's get back into our original position. Let's bring those shoulders backward, shrug upward like this. But this time around, I'm going to do a big, wide, circular motion with my shoulders, really focusing on moving through my shoulder blades. So I'm going to bring them back, press them down, back up again like this, and try to do this about 10 to 15 times. And with each repetition, make that circle a little bit bigger. From there, take a breather and then repeat this in the opposite direction. So if you do have one side that hurts a little bit more, like your right side, you can focus on one shoulder at a time. And the odds are when you do this, you're going to find that one certain movement or position, like shrugging upward and rolling forward, just offers the most relief. It really is attacking that tightness or discomfort. And at that point, just keep building into that movement over and over again until everything is nice and loose. So here's an exercise that's a little bit more advanced but can offer a ton of relief. You can do this when standing or seated. The first thing that you're going to do is put your arms and hands straight out in front of you with your fingers pointed slightly towards the floor. At this point, we want to keep reaching forward until our shoulders and upper back round forward and you feel a really good stretch form across the upper back, even more so in between the shoulder blades. At this point, you're going to hold that, take one hand, overlap it over the other, and hook onto it. And with this one, it doesn't matter which hand is on top. In fact, during the exercise, switch it up. You may find that one just offers a little bit more relief. So at this point, what you want to do is hold this position and now slowly raise your hands upward towards the ceiling. The more that you raise up, the more that you're going to feel that stretch start to intensify. You want to get to the point where it just hits the spot of pain or discomfort that you're having the most. And at that point, you're going to hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds. Release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So to take this one to the next level and hopefully get more relief, this is what we can do. Instead of going straight forward, up and down like this, slowly turn your hands towards one side and then lift up. What you're going to notice is whatever side that you've turned towards, you're going to get a much deeper stretch on the other side. So give that a try towards the left and also towards the right. If any of those positions offer more relief, at that point, keep building into it over and over again until everything is nice and loose. So here's a couple seated exercises that can offer instant relief. The first thing that we're going to do is start seated with very good upright posture. Just have your back nice and straight. Whatever side that you're having the most pain or discomfort, let's say it's our right side, take the hand on that side, grip onto the side of your chair, and now what you want to do is slowly tilt your head towards the other side shoulder. As you do this, you're going to feel a really deep stretch form from the bottom of your ear, working into the side of the neck towards the top of your shoulder, across the upper back. We're going to hold this and now slowly turn our head to look upward towards the ceiling. Do this slowly because it's going to quickly deepen that stretch into the upper trapezius. At this point, let's hold it comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds. And during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Let that tension out. Release it and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So to take this one to the next level, let's focus on a really good movement called the angel. So for this one, what I'm going to do is put my arms and hands straight off to my side, palms facing forward. You want to press your hands backward as much as you can until you feel a really good stretch forming across your chest, shoulders, and into the upper back. It should almost feel like your shoulder blades are starting to pinch. You're going to hold this, and now you're just going to simply mimic doing a snow angel on the ground. So we're going to reach all the way up like this. When we can't go any further, we're going to shrug our shoulders upward as much as we can until we feel a deep activation of those upper back muscles. Hold this for a second or two, release it, and then come back down like this. Try to do this movement about 5 to 10 times, and with each repetition, again, build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like there's still some tightness left, at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. And if you do have a small space, what you can do to modify this is instead of doing a snow angel, you can do what is called the field goal angel. So have your elbows bent at 90 degrees. But this time around, just press your elbows backward, lift up, shrug, and then come back down like this. So here's a really good strengthening exercise that we can do daily for long-lasting upper trapezius muscle pain relief, and all you're going to need is a wall. So let's start facing that wall and get really close to it to the point where our chest is touching. We're going to take our hands and put our palms on the wall and then slide our hands and fingers straight upward towards the ceiling until we feel a light activation of the muscles in the upper back. At this point, I like to shrug a little bit more to deepen that muscle activation. Hold this and now slowly press my hands backward like this. As you press backward, you are going to feel a very deep activation of those upper back muscles. Hold this comfortably for about 5 seconds, release it, take a breather. To take this one to the next level and target the muscles a little bit differently, on the next repetition, what we're going to do is slowly lower our hands downward about 1 inch or 2. We're again going to reach upward, shrug our shoulders, and then press off like this. With each repetition, try a different different position. So slide all the way down to the point where your hands are off to your side, and you can even do this towards the floor. The odds are you're going to find that one certain spot just feels like it's just attacking tightness or achiness the most, or maybe it's a really challenging position, like it feels really weak. At that point, treat it like your weak link and keep throwing repetitions in until it feels like you got a really good workout, or until everything is nice and loose. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.